How often do you feel connected to your divine worth? Worth is a concept we talk about, although maybe not often enough. And we can understand it logically. We can believe that it's true. Often we believe it's true for other people, maybe not ourselves. But how often or when is the last time you felt connected to your divine worth? Today, we're going to talk about 5 specific ways to be more connected to your divine worth. Hi, I'm Sarah Engler, an LDS therapist, author, and coach with more than 25 years of experience supporting women in improving their emotional and mental health. Please keep in mind that the information shared here is for educational and personal development purposes only. If you're dealing with significant mental health issues, please reach out to a local mental health therapist. All right, so the number one way you can increase your connection to your divine worth is to be clear about what your worth is and isn't. So this is where we start. Your worth it is inherent, it is intrinsic, and it is constant. So here's what that means. Your worth is a permanent quality. It belongs to you naturally, and it does not change. These are super critical to know and understand. So your worth was present before you came to this earth. It is constant while you are here on this earth, and it will be with you still when you leave this earth. So, what all this means and is so critical to understand and remember is you cannot earn your worth. You cannot prove your worth. Your worth does not increase or decrease. Your choices don't change your worth. Yes, I said it. Yes, it's true. Your choices don't change your worth. That doesn't mean your choices don't matter. They do matter. They matter when it comes to your self-esteem. They matter when it comes to relationships. Your choices matter. They just don't change your worth. And I think this is a very hard concept for us to understand, believe, and internalize. Know that your worth is inherent, intrinsic, and constant. It is not based on your choices, and it is not something that increases or decreases. So, understanding this, being clear on this, will help you be more connected to your divine worth. This is a visual of the concept I was just talking about. So these 3 things together create our worth, that you are a divine daughter. That is not something that comes from earning or proving. That is something that is inherent, intrinsic, and does not change. Number 2, create your personal worth statement. This is the second way that you can increase your connection to your own divine worth. So my personal statement is, I am a divine daughter of loving heavenly parents. This is the statement that speaks to me. It's what I connect with when I think about my divine worth. So what is the language that you connect with? So be specific. Think about this. Is it important for you to use understanding or kind or compassionate when you sit down to write your worth statement? It's a powerful exercise in and of itself. Find the words that matter to you. Include the Lord in this process. Ask for inspiration. Ask for confirmation of your worth statement. So, the second way that you can increase your connection is to identify your personal worth statement. Number 3, write it, say it, and listen to it. This is the third way to increase your connection. So you start by recording, pull up the record app on your phone and record yourself saying your personal worth statement 5 times. Then, for at least 1 week, do the 5 exercise. So that's write your personal worth statement 5 times. That's say your personal worth statement out loud 5 times. And that's listen to your personal worth statement 5 times. This exercise is powerful. The repetition in seeing, hearing, and saying your personal worth statement is going to make a difference. Try this out. Notice what happens and consider maybe making this a continued daily practice to remind yourself and increase your connection with your personal worth. All right, number 4, teach your children about their worth. Often it's easier for us to teach principles that we believe are true to other people than it is to apply it to our own life. So if you're finding yourself in this space, this is a place you can begin. Teach your children about their worth. So if you're struggling with, those things really don't apply to me, or you keep thinking about this mistake that you've made, or whatever the reason, it feels not true for you, but it is for sure true for everybody else, start with teaching your children. Help them learn and understand that their worth is inherent, intrinsic, and constant. You wouldn't say to your kids their worth was based on their choices. So by teaching, you're hearing yourself repeating it. You're, number one, giving a gift to your kids to help them learn early on what their true worth is. And in teaching them, you can also have an easier time of taking it in as truth for yourself. So this is the 4th way. Teach your children about their worth, or share this concept with a friend or someone that you love and care about. All right, number 5, think eternally. This is the 5th way that you can improve or increase, become more connected to your divine worth. It is so easy to get caught up in the noise of this world. We get lots of messages. We are constantly bombarded with messages about where our worth comes from and the fact that we need to prove it. So what we look like, where we live, what we drive, how much money we have, if we have a calling or a temple recommend, our worth doesn't come from any of those things. Our worth does not come from this world. Your worth does not come from this world. Again, some of these things can certainly impact us when it comes to our self-esteem, but I want to be very clear that none of this impacts or changes our worth. So, where you choose to focus, think eternally. If you're spending time, most of your time, caught up in the things of this world. So I'm watching all the TV shows, I'm on the social media, I'm taking in all of the messages, buying into or getting caught up in all the messages of this world about how I get to be good enough, then that's where you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle to believe, struggle to have a hard time with, constantly feeling like you need to earn and prove your worth. If you can start to shift your focus, thinking eternally. So where are the places I can spend my time that reinforce this knowledge that my worth comes from an eternal place, comes from loving heavenly parents. It is not of this world. So if I can spend more time, it's a lot of our primary answers, right? Reading my scriptures, praying. But it really is. It's what's the kind of music that I'm listening to, the messaging that I'm getting from my music. How am I spending my free time? Is it reinforcing the belief of my divine worth, or is it reinforcing the messages from the world, the noise from the world? So where you choose to spend your time and put your focus will absolutely make a difference. All right, so this week, identify one way you can intentionally, on purpose, be more connected with your divine worth. So this could look like I'm going to spend some time journaling about this concept, where I believe it, where I struggle to believe it, whatever it is that is coming up for you. You might intentionally spend some time journaling about this. Writing out your personal worth statement. That was the second way. So taking the time to sit down, reflect, pray, but write down your personal worth statement, the one that speaks to you, that you connect with. It could be doing the daily fives, trying that out for a week and noticing what happens. It could be having a conversation with your children or with a friend about this concept and getting their feedback. What are their thoughts and beliefs about this concept of worth being something we can't earn or prove? It's not going to increase or decrease. It is constant. So try out one thing this week, one way to intentionally be more connected to your divine worth. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, remember, you are so much more than good enough.